Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. Ricky Leach, he's now 3 wins, 72 defeats with a draw. He fought last night at the Sky Dome in Coventry, live on TalkSport YouTube channel, and against Callum Singh over 4 rounds. Yeah, good to get you on.
Cheers, mate. It's good to speak to you again.
Yeah. So you fought Callum last night. Talk about the fight.
Yeah, listen, very skillful kid. I think he'd go far in the sport. Enjoyed it. Like I said, I got a call last minute, and just enjoyed myself. Took it as it come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was strong, wasn't he?
Yeah, mate. He kept going to my body. I was like, oh, please just carry on. Hit me in the head. Hit me. I'm fine hitting me in the head, but the body, I can't really take body shots at the minute because obviously, as you know, I'm boxing at a much higher weight. I'm gradually getting down, back down to 9 stone 1, 9 stone 4 ish, and then, but yeah, he does, and he whips him in nicely.
Yeah, he's quite elusive as well, isn't he?
Yeah, do you know it's a bit like that Prince Asim style. Like, as soon as you throw, he catches straight away. And I think he caught me a few backhands because I was not bringing my left hand straight back to my face quick enough, and then boom, all of a sudden he hit me with that backhand. But yeah, I think he made me rock once. I think it might have been in the third round. Might have to hold on to him. But yeah, that was it really. But fair play on him. Nice kid as well.
Overall, were you happy with your performance?
Um, No, I'm never happy, but I was happy to get through it. Didn't get stopped this time, so that was lucky. But now on to the next. I'm gradually getting back into it after this. It was the lightest I've ever been in 3 years. Um, so gradually getting my weight down, and hopefully my other performance will be better.
Yeah, I had you on after the Arnie fight. Of course, you've had two fights now since then. How did the Tyler Davis fight? Because I haven't seen that fight, and yeah, how did that one go? That was last
Mate,
weekend.
yeah, it was last week, and if I'm honest with you, he's been out the ring. I think 3 years or 2 years. I can't remember. You could tell. Like I was, I wasn't. I was easing off a little bit because I didn't want to. I wanted him to get the win. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not in there to like try and get that win off him. If I could, I probably could have beat him. Nothing. I've not seen before. I've been in with some good people. For example, that Callum kid. I think he's boxing. Who's he boxing next? But he's boxing for a title. Actually, they were telling me.
I
I
think
forgot who
he'll
he is now.
box for a Midlands, Callum, next, I think.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and do you know? I think he'll win that.
Yeah.
I generally think he'll win that. He's quite skillful, and he works in phases, which is good. And that'll trick any boxer, I think. But yeah, so as I was saying, that Tyler Davis, nothing special. I mean, that Arnie, I still can't get over. That's why I was laughing. He hit me with a cracking shot. I was like, fair play on you.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, and then can we talk about I'm not going to talk about every single fight, but we'll just say the odd one because we'll be here all day otherwise.
Yeah, oh, mate,
Um,
don't even.
yeah, any particular fight? You fought Michael Walton twice.
Yeah, I tell you what, that second fight I boxed him, he had a pullout, and he was like, "I've got new management and now. Would you mind having another fight with me?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." He was much better the second time round than his first one round. Do you know what I mean? But talking about some of the fights, I'd like to say like Michael Gomez. Is that his name? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Michael
Junior,
Gomez Jr. Current English champion.
mate. I tell you what, that kid's special. When I was in there with him, like. Yeah, very good kid. I think I boxed. I think he was a bit heavier than me, or I was a bit heavier than him. But yeah, very good kid, and he'll go far. I like him.
Do you feel like he'll beat Kane Baker?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Michael Gomez beat him. You mean?
No, they're fighting in April. Do you feel like
Oh,
will win the fight?
oh yeah, easy. Yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you what, it's like he goes through the gears and like he boxes differently every time to the opponent he's boxing. Does that make sense? So like he can adapt to like how they're. He adapt to know how to beat them.
Mm.
He's clever, clever. Clever kid he is. I like him. And also, I'll tell you what, another interesting fight's come up. Chris Bork versus Ash
Lane.
Lane. Yeah, I boxed both of them. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't like to say who, because I'll tell you what, Ash Lane, obviously he's from my area, like where I am now, and I like him. Chris Bork, yeah, obviously he stopped me. I'm not going to go into that because that was a bit, yeah, anyway. But
Be a
yeah,
good fight, and that's for British and Commonwealth, I think, or it is for the British. I'm not sure about the Commonwealth, but I thought it was on the line. I'm not sure.
yeah. If I'm honest with you, I want Ash Lane to win only because I've got a bit of bad blood, but I want Ash Lane to win. If I'm honest with you, but I think I could see Chris Burke nicking it, or Bork, whatever he calls himself.
Mm. Jules Phillips. I mean, you're 1-on-1 with him.
Yeah, do you know what? Journeyman, you know how it is. We both like on the journeyman circuit. He boxed me, he won, and then I boxed him second time. I won. Yeah, but
Make for a
yeah.
trilogy.
Oh mate, do you know what? It would be good. I don't think he does it no more though. I think he's retired. I'm not sure.
He was. I mean, I saw him at a show in January. Still does it.
No way,
Oh
Joe.
no,
I ain't
no.
seen him out.
He retired. Tell a lie. He retired a few years ago, and now last year he came back.
Ah, yeah. Do you know, I haven't seen him for a while. I'll tell you what, one gentleman I really like, Jake Pollard. He's
He's
yeah,
tough.
yeah, mate, tough little gentleman him. I mean, I wouldn't like to have him as a debutant, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, I like him. Got a lot of time for him. And I boxed quite a few of his opponents sometimes, or he boxed some of mine. And like he's good. He gives me a bit of knowledge, what to do and all that lot. So I've got a lot of time for him.
Another Gamal Yafai.
Oh mate, that kid. Yeah, yeah, I think he stopped me in 1 minute 45 seconds, quickest payday I've got in Asia. I was like, thanks. But yeah, the experience though, like I can't fault the experience of like Matchroom and Edia, and like they put me up, paid for everything. The weigh-in experience the day before. Yeah, I can't fault that. And I think would love to be on as you know, like, I was on a Josh Warrington undercard as well. So I thank my lucky stars, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, not many journeymen get that sort of opportunity. Even ticket sellers don't get that opportunity. So I appreciate everything boxing gives me. So, yeah.
Another name that stands out, Jay Harris, British and Commonwealth flyweight champion.
Yeah, very good. From isn't he boxing or is he just boxed for? Yeah, he just boxed, didn't he? How did that fight go? Because I didn't watch it.
He won on unanimous decision. He beat
Oh,
Butler. Forgot his first name. Butler.
yeah, fair play. He's a good, skillful boxer. I went the 4 rounds with him. I actually turned up, and that was on Sky. No, Frank Warren, Box Nation. I literally weighed in there and Rick, you're in. I was like, mate, I've not even eaten yet. So I was eating a Mars bar while my hands were getting wrapped and boom, straight in. But that was in my lighter days, that was. But he's a good kid. I like him. Skillful, knows everything.
hmm Another good name on your record, Ryan Garner, who's in some international belt he's got, and he was meant to fight for a world title, but I think he got injured.
Yeah, we did. I'll tell you what, he had a few bit. I was speaking to his I think it must have been his mum. I spoke to his mum at a show because he's been active for a little while. He had a bit of I think family problems, Sam, but he's such a nice kid. I'll tell you what, he hits hard, and I think he'd give anyone any trouble in that top level. So very good kid. I like him, and obviously he beat me, but no, it was all right.
hmm Zahid, another English champion, Zahid Hussain.
Yeah, what do you know? What I can't. If I'm honest with you, I can't remember that one. He must have not left a much of an imprint on me, but I can't remember that one.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh yeah, so you mentioned that Ash Lane fight. It was forty
Yeah,
thirty seven.
yeah.
Talk
Oh,
about
was that me with him?
yeah.
Oh, fair play. Do you know what? I didn't realise I even nicked a little bit around there. Yeah, listen, he's a short boxer. Very lovely sharp jab. Um, different levels and that. He's above my level. So I was shocked that I even nicked a round off in there. But he's under new management and that now, Kieran Farrell, and he knows his stuff, that Kieran Farrell. So I'm hoping he'll do all right.
Mm-hmm. Lewis Wood, another champion that you boxed. He's a Central Area champion.
Yeah, that was my first fight after COVID, and I'll tell you what a hard fight that was. The good venue as well because Phil Foden was there, so that was all right. But yeah, tricky kid, and he's trained by Pat Barrett, isn't he?
Mm.
So and look what Pat Barrett's done with that. I forgot his name now. He's got another boxer. I forgot his name, but yeah,
Telfer.
under that's it. Under good he's under good guidance there.
Mm-hmm. Alex Murphy.
Mate, that kid, he can sell a ticket or so. I went there. I think he must have had. I don't know how many people he had there, but wow, and quality, talented. He'll go places. I think good kid. It's hard as well.
Mm-hmm. Frankie Story.
Yeah, that. Do you know what? That was a last minute fight. That was he needed an opponent. So obviously, how do you call it? It was like a hard spar, if that makes sense. So I don't really know his true ability to what he can do, but he's a nice kid.
Mm-hmm. Last one before I ask some questions just about hardest hitters and stuff. Lewis
Yeah.
Roberts.
Lewis Roberts. Where was that? Oh yeah,
Swindon.
Lewis Roberts. Yeah. He just he beat Martin Hillman, didn't he, for the for that belt or something, can it?
No, that was Ben Lilly. But yeah, you did fight Martin Hillman as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that Lewis Roberts, if it is the right, yeah, he hits hard. And I'll tell you what, Martin Hillman, me and him go way back because I used to train with him back down in Kent, and he just won a little title out in oh,
Tanzania.
that's it, yeah,
Ghana, sorry.
Ghana, that's it, yeah. And I think, do you know, if anyone in the sport deserves something, it's him. Like he dedicates his life to that, to
I
the
hope he wins
sport.
the Southern Area.
Mate, I do. He's a lovely kid as well. Like, yeah, I've got a lot of time for him and his family. I know he's done very well. So yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Who's the hardest hitter you've been in there with so far?
It's out of three. I'd say Ryan Gardner, definitely one. I'd done everything in my power not to go down in that because obviously it was on TV. I didn't want to. Obviously, Gamal Yafai, 1 minute 45 seconds. So I'd probably say them two are the standouts for me.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel like's been the best night of your career, like to date?
Do you know what? I'll probably, if we're going like this year, I would say the fight last night. Like, you know, they must have spent a lot on that venue, the way it looked. You know, there's talk sport there. It was live on
Adam
YouTube.
Smith was commentating on your fight.
Yeah, exactly. So do you know what? I'll probably say that was a nice little venue. If I say out of overall, I would say the Gamal Yafai one, what an event. But today I'd say last night's one.
What about the best venue you fought at?
It's always going to be York Hall. Like I think because it means so much to everyone. Like in boxing, you always want to box there. And talking about venues, actually, like obviously York Hall, but promotions at the minute, I'd say TM14 put on a good venue, if that makes sense. Like the lights, everything, and all that, and they're actually making a good little progress in York Hall actually. So yeah, York Hall's the best one for me.
Didn't you fought on another show that you fought on Top Tier?
Yeah, oh, yeah, top tier as well.
That's when I
Yeah,
met you, wasn't it? The first time I met you in June last year, I think.
yeah. Yeah, top tier. I forgot about them. Yeah, they have a good little sound system and everything, don't they? All the like the TVs behind you. Yeah, top tier is a good one as well. There's a few good promotions coming out, you know,
Yeah, I mean that
which is
one
good.
last night. Izzy, I forgot his surname. Izzy Afi, is it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's good. And do you know what? Yeah, like I obviously since I've been doing the pro boxing, I think the amount of money and the tickets these boxers sell, why not put on a good event? Do you know what I mean? Because usually I'm walking out to nothing. I'm like, what's going on here? It's like, yeah, it's not really best. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Bristol one was in a car park. I'm like, wow. But I'll tell you what, at first I was like, what the hell's this? But when the lights all went down and
Was
you
that the
had like your
strangest
strobe
venue
lights,
you fought at? A car park?
yeah. I thought, what the hell? It was like you was in a fight club. It was mad, but I tell you what, I wouldn't knock it until you try it. It was really good. It was a nice little venue.
Have you boxed at the O2?
No, I don't think I have. Nah,
So
the only one,
you boxed at on TV. You've boxed at Your Call.
yeah, Lee's Direct Arena.
Oh yeah, who did you fight that night?
That was Gamal Yaffa, that was.
Oh
And
yeah,
then, yeah, York Hall was, oh, I can't remember who that, oh, Ryan Gardner.
Ghana.
Jay Harris was in another sports, and on that was Frankie, do you remember Frankie Gavin and that? They were on that. I'm sure they were on that card.
Mm.
So yeah, listen. I've had the chance to box like in good venues, so it's been good.
Did you feel pressure like going into the away corner? Like sometimes when they're big ticket seller, do you get overwhelmed a bit?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I'll be lying if I say I never get nervous, because I still get nervous now. I mean, last night I weren't so nervous. I was all right, but I think that one back in Bristol just gone last week, I was nervous after getting knocked out by Arnie Dawson last. So, I'm always thinking, have I still got the chin for it? And that's always in the back of my head, because I want to get to 100.
How many
And
fights
sitting
you
in
on at the moment?
75, I think.
Oh yeah,
75.
you're close to it. 15 to go.
Yeah, that's it. I am getting closer. And I just think to myself, like, that changing room is the most daunting area before you go out. And I think what
The
makes it is
waiting.
that yeah, mate. And what makes it, I think, is all the journeymen are all in the same boat, and we all talk to each other. Like, yeah. And now I run a club, and I always say to the little ones just before they go and have a fire, like, nerves are good. Don't let it worry you. Like, as soon as you get in there, you'll be all right. You'll relax.
Yeah, the
So,
nerves go when you get in the ring. That's what
mm,
the all boxers say to me on these interviews.
yeah, they do. Like, and when you get that first punch, you're like, oh, it's not so bad. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? Unless they hit hard, then I'm on the back foot the whole fight, running.
Mm. How many fights are you trying to have for the rest of this year? And have you got any booked?
So I've just had, in all fairness, I've just had 3 this morning by my manager, like saying, "Do you want this one? Do you want this one?" And it's
Wow.
April, May. Yeah, so they're getting booked up already. I think I want to see how many I can do this year, because I've had a slow 2 years, because obviously COVID and all that lot, and I'm overweight. But I'm trying to get back down, which is working, and then hopefully, I think the most I've ever had in a year is 20. Was it 20 something, or just below 20? So if I can do that again, happy days.
Hmm. What of course you've met loads of journeymen in the away corner. What journeyman do you look up to? And for anyone who doesn't know what a journeyman is, explain
Mm.
a role of a journeyman.
Well, listen, I look up to, like, have you heard of Poochie?
Yeah, Lewis Van Pooch, yeah.
Yeah, mate, quality. The way he used to entertain people in there was amazing. Like him, Christian Lay, like all the ones what have like now gone. Like it's now up to, like, me, Jake Pollards and all
Arrow
like the
Smith,
others. Yeah, he's a good little one as well.
Michael Mooney's another one.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's all up to us now, like to join, keep it going. Because as you know, without us journeymen boxing, they'll be all boxing each other, and they won't have them winning records at like the beginning. Because as you know, it's about tamping them through the circuit to see how they do in that. Because if you're a big ticket seller, you don't want to be getting stopped straight away. Do you know what I mean? You want to see how you're feeling it. So a journeyman, I'd say, is there to obviously box, but at the same time to make the other person look good. And that's what I do. As long as I'm happy. If they're out there getting the win and they're spending it with their family, I'm happy. I'll go home happy. I'm all right. I did go into this sport wanting to win major things, but I'm not saying I was managed wrong. I was
Do you
under a
feel
different
like
management.
if you could sell tickets, do you feel like you could have won like your career could have gone a different route? Like, do you feel like you could have won a southern area, English?
Do you know what? Yeah, and I'm not just saying that. Like, obviously, my boxing style now is completely different to how I boxed. I was ranked third in my weight when I was younger. So, like, when I turned pro, I had all these high hopes. I didn't sell many tickets because we had a lot of unlicensing going on then. And then when I changed management, who I'm with now, Joe Alfeed, he went, "Do you want to just be a journeyman?" I was like, "What's this about?" And then I thought, "Stuff it. I get money. I ain't got to sell tickets. Just the stress, not there." So different route, but I don't regret the route, but I do think now when looking at these people boxing for 7 areas, I'm like, oh wow. No disrespect to them, they're not the best, if that makes sense. I don't think I'll ever criticize myself. I don't think I'll ever be able to box for an English title because some of them boxers are quite good, but definitely a 7 area.
Hmm. Can we expect to see a few upsets this year, or just see how the fights go?
Do you know what? I think you will because at the minute I'm training, so I'm just taking the easy ones, trying to get through it. And then as soon as I know I'm fit, I'm going to say to my manager, right, get a 50-50 fight. Let's see how I do. If I win, good. But as you know, if you win, the phone stops. So you're in a tricky situation. But I'd like to get a few wins because in that way, you never know. I might go right. They might go, "Do you want to try and box for this southern area or something?" Or there's a belt before that. I'm sure there is, or one of them made up ones or whatever. But like, yeah, fingers crossed. You never know
Mm-hmm.
what
And
happens.
and before I let you go, do you want to thank just anyone who's helping you on your journey?
Mate, listen, always my family, my mum, not my dad, always helping me and that. My manager, always looking after me, getting me like, good fights and that. And I'd say like my boxing club, I just want to say what I'm doing for them, that like, I'm trying to get them off the street and shine them back what I've learned and all that lot. Just thank them for allowing me to do that, really.
Mm-hmm.
And all the nice comments I get on shows and that, people coming up to me like, thanks, it keeps me going, which is good.
Good stuff, mate. And yeah, thank you for your time as always, and well done on last night.
No, thank you, mate. All the best, all right?
Thank you, mate. Bye.
Bye bye.